Are we on the brink of a zinc deficit? Joining me today is Graham Carman, President and CEO of Vancouver-based Tinka Resources. He joins me today at the Swiss Mining Institute, which takes place in Geneva today. We were in Zurich yesterday, now in beautiful Geneva. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Danielle. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. We're talking zinc today. Your company is obviously focused on exploring and looking for zinc deposits in Peru.
Correct.
The question is, are we on the brink of a zinc deficit, or are we already there?
We're already there. Zinc stocks have been going down for 10 years now. We're at a 10-year low on the zinc inventories. The prices haven't reacted yet, but the prices are likely to react fairly soon. Eventually, the zinc just can't keep going down without something to happen to the market.
Where are the primary consumers for zinc coming from?
Well, zinc is one of these steady as she goes industrial metals. It's used in galvanizing, saving steel from rusting. So it goes to Asia. Mostly goes to China, it goes to Korea, it goes to Japan. It's used in cars, car manufacturing, steel.
And investing in zinc is the only way through the miners. You can't take physical possession of zinc like you can in gold and silver, I imagine.
That's true. You invest in companies like Tinka. You invest in listed companies. You don't buy zinc nuggets.
So let's talk about your project. You're in Peru looking for zinc and tin. When do you think you'll be in production here?
Well, we have a major discovery in Peru. It's one of the largest undeveloped zinc projects in the world, certainly in a junior company. We've had a tremendous success this last couple of years, expanding the resource. We're about to go into a PEA. We've started the PEA process, the preliminary economic assessment. Once we get through that early 2019, we'll start moving it towards development. So I would imagine it'll be, we're 3 to 4 years, something in that timescale. But it is a large project, and it's going to be supplying zinc for a long period of time.
And Graham, offline you were telling me how it's actually more difficult to mine base metals versus precious metals, which I find interesting. So it takes longer for a project to get rolling here?
It typically takes a few years longer for a base metal project. Historically, it's been that way. In part because it requires more logistics. You need road transport. You need to be able to transport the concentrates out of the site. So in other words, you need decent road and rail. That's one of the great things about the Tinka Zinc project. We have excellent infrastructure. There's public roads right through the property. There's power lines right over the top of the resource. We have water all year round. So we're not a stranded asset like other. There's several zinc projects around the world that are fairly remote. We are not remote at all, in the middle of Peru.
And tell us a little bit about mining in Peru, generally considered, friendly mining jurisdiction.
Oh, absolutely. It's one of the best places in the world to mine. It's the world's second largest zinc producer, the world's third largest copper producer, the world's fifth or sixth largest gold producer. So there's a number of commodities mined in Peru. It represents more than half of the earnings, export earnings.
So how many zinc players are there right now?
Well, in Peru alone, there's around 10 or 12, from the biggest companies, from the Glencores, Tex, down to the kind of mid-sized, even small companies.
So as an investor, obviously, you're going to say choose Tinka, but when you're looking at saying, if I want to invest in zinc, what are some of the criteria you should be looking at in a company? Obviously, management. The quality of the projects, obviously, and the valuation, I think it comes down to two basic things: management, and we have a fantastic track record of discoveries and finding mines, and the quality of the project. So a good place to look for zinc is Tinka. Graham, best of luck. Continued success. Thank you for joining us here in beautiful Geneva, and we'll have much more for you. We're just starting our coverage, so stay tuned to Kitco.com.
Thanks, Daniela.
Thanks so much, Graham.